Howdy, howdy. Welcome on in to the pre-show before the free show on a Monday.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back from the best week of the year, the best day of the year. This is your Thanksgiving post-game show. I'm Greg, that's Ashley. Thanksgiving, once again, it's amazing. It is really amazing that every year we put more and more pressure on Thanksgiving. And we're responsible for it. Like you and I, Pickle. Because we hype it up. And we say how good Thanksgiving is, how remarkable it is, how terrific it is, and how it's the best day of the year. That's a lot of pressure. And yet, every year, Thanksgiving delivers.
This is true.
And it delivered once again. It's a great day. It's a great day. I ate food. I watched football. I watched parade. Watched a little bit of the dog show.
Nice.
It's terrific. It's great. It's just so good. And then you and I got together. We had a little team bonding exercise on Saturday. You and I. We were on the call on FanDuel Sports Network Southwest, which is formerly Bally Sports Southwest, for the call of Willis and DeSoto.
Correct.
On the network. You handled color commentary duties. I handled play-by-play duties. It ended up being a really wild game. Kind of back and forth. Big swings. It's like a 14-0 run for Willis, a 42-0 run for DeSoto, a 21-0 run for Willis, and then I guess it was a 13-0 run for DeSoto to close it out. So it's really wild. But this was your network color commentary debut.
That's true.
How'd it feel?
It was fun. I had a good time. I'm glad that I'm not going to lie. I thought the game was done at halftime. Oh, yeah. So that was really, really fun to not have to go into penalty kill time and to actually have it was a one-score game heading into the fourth quarter, and that was something we were both looking at each other going, oh, man. So the game itself was great. The coaches were great to us all week, giving us the information that we needed and stuff. So I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was a good time. We went to, at halftime, it was 34-14 DeSoto at halftime, and they were getting the ball coming out of half. And I went to our producer, Mike Leary, and I told him, hey, man, I told him, get the brackets ready. Because we had talked beforehand of hey, this gets out of hand and we got to fill, right? Why don't you throw up a bracket and you want to talk about yapping.
Yeah.
Going to be yapping season on the network. But it never got that far. It ended up being a compelling game all the way to the end. So that was fun there at the Star in Frisco. And I thought you did great, Pickle.
No, thanks.
Thought you did great.
Thank you.
That was
you as well.
Fun. We had some. We let our personality shine through a little bit. I would not say that this was the stoic, Pat Summerall, John Madden type, the straightforward broadcast that you would normally expect from a reputable network. Why
would it be? It was us.
It's a great point. We had a little bit of fun.
They knew what they were. The moment that it was not even 5 minutes into us just being in the booth that we were in, and our stat guy goes, "Man, it's easy to see that you two have worked together for a while." I was what gave it away? Yeah,
we had some fun. It was a good time, and now we are into December, and it's on to the next one. I think the next time you're going to be part of their coverage of the state championships, correct? Correct. I will be part of their coverage of the state championships as well. I think I'm going to be doing. They ran into. I'll just air it out. They're running into Texas. The Texas Longhorns are really. They're really hurting the Texas high school football broadcasting world in the sense that Craig Way, if Texas had lost the game against A&M, he would be available to call the regional final game this week. But instead, he can't, and because he's got to be in Atlanta, I don't know. Did you that? It also had to be a dream come true for you, because I know it was for me, to counter program Texas and A&M. There were 2 football games going on in the state of Texas on Saturday night. One was being called by, I think it was Reese Davis. Was it? I think it was
I don't know.
Or Chris Fowler.
I didn't get a chance to go back and watch it.
I think it was Fowler and Herb Street. It was the big game, right? I think it was Fowler and Herb Street. And one was being called by us.
Awesome.
So, your mileage may vary. Anyway, it was a fun weekend. It was a fun Thanksgiving week. A lot to get to. Hit the Theme Expo. Yes, y'all. From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas. It is Texas Football Today, a show in December. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the places, or you'll listen to the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. She's the Duchess of the Dorks, Miss 305, Miss 915. Right?
Yep.
Miss 361.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Go? It's fine.
Did you hit me with RGV? I don't think you did.
Miss 956.
Correct.
She's Ashley Pickle.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Ashley Pickle.
It's December, which means it's Christmas sweater time.
It is Christmas sweater time.
We're so back.
We're very, very back. Today is Monday, December 2nd, 2024. Now, I'm going to say something, and I need everybody to just brace. We're going to be okay. I'm going to say something here that is going to be troubling for a lot of people, including me, but it needs to be said. It's 360 days until Thanksgiving. That's tough, okay? But this is the worst it's going to be, okay? This is the worst it's going to be. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to my niece Sadie.
Yeah.
Who turned 4 yesterday.
Happy birthday, Sadie.
Happy birthday, Sadie. And happy early birthday tomorrow to Hank Tepper.
Let's go. My guy.
Hank Tepper turns 6.
Not only is it wild that your children are literally 2 days apart, couple years, but
Max is on Thursday, if you didn't know.
But the fact that Sadie's is also within like the 2-day span, I feel bad for your parents.
No, it's an expensive time of year.
And then so you add in 3 grandkids' birthdays in the span of a week, and then Christmas. That was unkind by you and your brother. Yeah,
it's like Sadie, Hank, Max, Jesus.
Yeah.
So really running the gauntlet there. By the way, my mom's birthday is on the 15th.
Oh, goodness.
Our chief NFL insider.
Gracious.
So, yeah, it's 1-3-5-15-25.
Okay, you're poor dad, honestly.
It's like you're running like lottery numbers.
Yeah. Although you and my dad also face the same thing again in February, because your wife and my mom's birthdays are right around Valentine's Day. So that's another.
That's when I've got 2 gauntlets. See, this kind of begins the gauntlet for me. It stretches through Valentine's Day. Anyway, it's episode 1820. On today's show, folks, big show. We're going to overreact to the football weekend and Monday Morning Fallout, per usual. Then we're going to be joined by the head coach of the regional final bound San Antonio Harlan Hawks. Coach Eddie Salas will join us, coming off of their first berth in the regional finals They've made it to the regional semifinals, I think twice, but finally broke through with a really heart-stopping win over New Braunfels Canyon. We'll talk with Eddie Salas coming up here. Then we're going to unveil the 10 finalists for the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year Award. That's right.
Let's go.
The 10 finalists for the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year will be announced live exclusively here on Texas Football Today. Then we're going to roll out the Dave Campbell's Texan Live Top 10 Plays of the Week from the big Thanksgiving weekend of action. After which, we'll have This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, but it's a special edition. We will be unveiling the cover of the 2024 edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising.
Let's go.
Right here, live on the program. We'll round it all out with Mailbag final thoughts there at the end. So get your questions in on Facebook and YouTube. So, yeah, big show. Do we have first four through the door?
We sure do.
She said confidently.
Yep. Give me 2 seconds here.
She's got nothing to do over there. Yep. I don't know how she doesn't have the first four through the door up.
Okay, here we go.
You've only got 700 things going on there.
There's so many things. TJ Hudson, Joey Hill, Ed McElroy, and jersey number 69. Nice. Welcome in, fellas. A lot of people watching right now. Welcome
in, friends. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your day with us. All right, pot right? Let's wheel them around. Pickle! Hit the air raid sign. It's time for Monday Morning Fallout. Monday Morning Fallout. When we overreact to the football weekend, and it was a football weekend.
It was.
That's for dang sure. We'll start with my opening kick. The best week of the season. We can zoom out and call it the best week of the year. As you guys know, we are big fans of Thanksgiving here on Texas Football Today and here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We think it's the best holiday of the year. And obviously it comes with family, it comes with good food, and perhaps most notably, it comes with football. And I was thinking about this. I think there's a real argument to be made that Black Friday, stretching into Sale Saturday, is the best 48 hours of the Texas high school football season. Okay? Because on Black Friday, because there's no school, you've got games kicking off at like 10 a.m., stretching all the way into like 7:30 kicks. And then they pick it back up on Saturday, and you've got more high school football games. 88 games scattered across the state. And we knew there were big games coming into the week, and really, it delivered in a huge way. I don't want to go through all of them, but there's a couple of them I want to make sure we mention. Carthage's win over Pleasant Grove is like statement worthy. Mm-hmm. Like, that was Carthage like telling the world, oh, you forgot about us? To go and to dominate them defensively the entirety of the game, and then to pull away with Benny Smith in the backfield late in the second half, and to really dominate what had been a great Pleasant Grove team was awfully impressive. We'll talk about the game we called, DeSoto and Willis. If you missed that game, we'd said at the end of the broadcast that if you missed the game and you were just box score scouting, like, you're going to miss the game. Because Willis runs out 14-0. DeSoto scores the next 42. Willis scores the next 21 to make it 42-35 with a chance to get a third down stop and get the ball back. But alas, DeSoto scores the final 13 and wins the game 55-35. I thought that was championship mettle shown by the Eagles in that game. Port Neches Groves over Texas High. A gutty, gritty performance from P&G. And the defense, like, Texas High got theirs. But the defense bowed their neck when they needed to and came up with plays. And once again, Jeff Joseph and the Indians are magic in tight ball games. Magic. There were some near misses. South Lake Carroll got a real scare from Hebron. Keep an eye on that because they're real banged up right now. They got a scare from Hebron. Duncanville was in a bit of a fight with the Woodlands. Mm-hmm. Atascocita was in a fight with Fulshire, right? North Shore plays a great. They get a great win over Katy. A bit of an uneven win. They started off hot and it looked like they were going to run away with it. Katy claws back as they are wont to do, but the defense came up with big play after big play after big play in that one. And then, we'll get to some more of it. It was a wild week in the Texas high school football playoffs. Not to mention, you had what I would consider to be some favorites go out in the playoffs. Sunray is done. Post wins a battle of unbeatens, and the Bold Gold are through to the regional final. That's a bit of a surprise. Ganado does it again to Refuria. The second consecutive year they eliminate the Bobcats. Ganado is a team playing their best football right now. It was a fabulous week in the Texas high school football playoffs. Game of the week, though. Llano 30.
Yeah.
Goliad 29.
Banger.
Do you want to take the people through it?
Yeah, Llano just was down 21-0, and for most of the game, and then ended up coming all the way back. Scored with 23 seconds left, decided to go for it, risk the whole season on a 2-point conversion, and converted, and held off the Goliad attack with 23 seconds left.
Gutty.
It was, the whole season was on the line. Matt Green.
Gutty from the Yellow Jackets. And, what can you say? They're pushing all the right buttons. And you got to be good, but you also got to come up with breaks, and you got to make your own breaks. And I thought their decision to push the envelope and to grab and to say, we're going to go and grab this we're not playing for overtime. We want to win this right now. That was remarkable, and I thought it was a terrific, terrific performance there from the Yellow Jackets. Time for my play of the week. This comes from Texan Live. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Bridgeland got in a real heater with Waxahachie. Great ball game. They come away with a win. And their wide receiver, Connor Dandridge, came up with one of the catches of the year in a play you have to see. It's my play of the week.
A.T. Taylor from left to right. Back to throw. Going to go up top. Got a man out there. It's going to be... Was that caught? It is called a touchdown in the back of the end zone. What a throw and catch touchdown, Bridgeland. We need to see that on replay.
Connor Dandridge, are you kidding me? Look, it played perfectly on the other side. A one-handed catch going against the number one corner on this team.
Unbelievable. Terrific coverage from Waxahachie's defender. And all he does is more or less reach around the hip and grab the football. Paw the football. Unbelievable catch there. Connor Dandridge of Bridgeland, my play of the week. Now it's time for the Dudes Rock Dude of the Week. Hashtag Dudes Rock. Let's know who deserves to come to the Dudes Rock banquet.
This guy was rocking.
It's time to have a conversation about Tiger Ryden at DeSoto. There are a lot of playmakers and a lot of stars on this DeSoto team. Too many to list. But there is no dude like Tiger Ryden. Because there were 2 times in this game, twice. DeSoto, they may say that they had it all the way. There were 2 times that things got a little wobbly for the 2-time defending state champs. They fall down 14-0, and then Willis storms all the way back, close it within 42-35, early fourth quarter. There were 2 times that DeSoto found themselves in a little bit of wobbly footing. And every time, they just turned and handed the ball off to Tiger Wrighton. Mm-hmm. And he came up absolutely aces in this game. His final stat line, I want to find it. This is worth doing. His final stat line in this game is not going to do him justice because he was so impactful in this. Tiger Wrighton carries the ball 36 times for 254 yards and 4 touchdowns. And that, to me, only tells half the story.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those were third down, gotta have it conversions. I thought he was my dude of the week. I do not think I saw a more impressive player in the regional semifinals than Tiger Wrighton at DeSoto.
Yeah, I think
an animal.
I think they went 5 for 6 or 7 for 8 or something like that on third down conversions in that game. And quite literally, I think Tiger was every single one of them. It was insane.
They rang up 601 yards total offense. So there's a lot of stars. But Tiger Wrighton is the dude on that DeSoto team. Now it's time, back by popular demand.
We're so back.
The NFL Minute. It's another week in the NFL, the National Football League, if you don't know. And we like to keep we keep on the pulse of what's going on in the NFL. And there's only one person we trust with that kind of responsibility. Our chief NFL insider, my mom.
Hi, this is Tep Mom reporting the NFL Minute for this week. I'm highlighting the Philadelphia Eagles win over the Ravens 24-19. These Eagles also played Texas high school football. Tackle Lane Johnson went to Groveton High School. Offensive tackle Milton Williams went to Crowley High School. Punter Braden Mann went to Cy-Fair High School and Texas A&M. And finally, quarterback Jalen Hurts went to Channelview High School where his dad was the coach. That's it for this week. See ya.
Perfect. Thanks, Mom.
GOAT. So good to have her back.
Great. She took a couple weeks off. Working sources, as you can tell.
Well, last week was our fault because we had to record the show early while NFL games were going on.
That's right.
So that wasn't on her.
Correct. But she stays grinding, as you can see. We appreciate our NFL insider, my mom. Stock up. District 11, 5A Division 1. So 5A Division 1 Region 3 was supposed to be the Brazos Valley region, right? It's supposed to be A&M Consolidated College Station Part 2 after they played a fantastic ball game the first time around. That looked like where we were heading. And instead, District 11, 5A Division 1 decided to create their own rematch in the regional final. LaPorte upends A&M Consolidated, previously unbeaten A&M Consolidated, and some people's pick to win it all. And Angleton upends College Station, 35-34. And so now we do have a district rematch in the regional final, just not the district we thought. District 11 5A Division 1. Keep an eye on that. In case you missed it, Ropes 21, Wink 14. Folks, the Eagles of Ropes are in the regional final.
Yeah.
At 12-1. This is a program that not long ago was playing 6-man football. Okay? This is a team that went and they played 6-man football from 1999 until 2020. Okay? This is their fifth 11-man football season since of this century. And now they're in a regional final after upsetting Wink, who, by the way, the week before had knocked off Stratford. So now we get Ropes and Groover in a regional final. Unbelievable. Might have flown under your radar. Let's now go to Matt Stepp for the regional semifinal edition of the Matt Stepp. He got that dog in him Player of the Week.
And now, the Matt Stepp. He got that dog in him. Player of the Week.
What's up, y'all?
Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football in my office, bringing you the Week 14. Matt Stepp, he got that dog at him award. And we got a first for y'all today. I'm bringing you a He Got That Dog at him award winner from a losing team. That's right, this dude is a dog. As congrats to none other than Brenham junior wide receiver Chris Guidry, who in Brenham's loss to Richmond Randall impressed the hell out of me with 2 incredible one-handed grabs and hauling in a touchdown pass for the Cubs in their hard-fought loss to Richmond Randall. Congrats, Chris. You, sir, have got that dog in you.
This has been the Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him Player of the Week.
Congratulations, Chris Guidry. The penultimate Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him Player of the Week.
Let's go.
Final shot. We meet again. We mentioned Angleton and LaPorte meeting in the regional final coming up this week. That is one of 12 rematches coming up this week. Okay? Some of them we thought we might get. North Shore Tascasita, getting it again. Lake Travis Westlake, not surprising. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. Summer Creek and Kingwood, as District 23 6A continues to be the dominant force in Region 3. Denton Ryan Alito, I think we could have said, good chance of getting that again. Richmond Randall and Iowa Colony will go at it again. Kilgore and Chapel Hill. We had questions of whether or not Chapel Hill would be here, but they are getting right at the right time. And now we get their 9th meeting in the last 2 years, basically. Lavernia and Bay City, the district rematch. We get Brock and Graham again for the second time in 5 weeks. Didn't go well for Brock the first time. We get Collinsville and Munster again. Big time matchup, 2A Division 2. We also have 2 non-district rematches this week. Grapeland and Bremond is a rematch. They played back in September 6th, and Grapeland got a win. And then we have a state semifinal rematch. Okay? Down in 1A Division 2, Klondike and Jayton will play for a spot at AT&T Stadium. They played back on September 6th in non-district. This is when Klondike started the year 0-700 because they were playing the toughest schedule anyone's ever put together.
Yeah, it was insane.
It did not go well the first time for Klondike. Jayton won it 50-0, but this is a different Klondike ball club. So we will have 12 rematches in the regional finals and then the 1A state semifinals coming up this weekend. And I'm curious to see how many of those get reversed from the first one because, as they say, it's hard to beat a good team twice. And obviously all these teams are pretty darn good teams. That's my final shot. That's Monday Morning Fallout. We're Texas Football Today. We're here Mondays and Thursdays on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. Of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hey, TexasFootball.com/subscribe. We've got regional final action coming up this weekend on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
We sure do. A lot of incredible games.
We got a lot of really, really good games coming up on Texan Live this weekend. Are there any other sports going on right now? There's some basketball going on?
We got basketball, none tonight, but Tuesday. Ton of basketball on Tuesday. Whet your appetite with some basketball. TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Makes a great gift. It is Cyber Monday. So if you go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe and use the promo code your butt, you will save 0% off on a what a ringing endorsement.
TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Makes a great gift. I don't know if we have a promo code. Check our social media. I'm bad at this.
Yeah,
TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Promo code your butt. Coming up here in just a moment, San Antonio Harlan is in the regional final for the first time in program history. We'll talk with their head coach, Eddie Salas. But first, a word from these valued partners.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
20, the 10. Touchdown!
Hey, DFW residents. Get your grocery essentials in minutes, not hours or days, with Wing Drone Delivery. Forget about last-minute trips to the store when you need things like cereal for breakfast before school, medicine for a cold, or snacks for a movie night. Wing's drones get you quick, no-contact delivery in as fast as 15 minutes. Say goodbye to last-minute grocery runs and say hello to more of your valuable time. Sign up today.
Back here on Texas Football Today, I'm Greg, that's Ashley. Pickle, let's go to the hotline. We're pleased to be joined by the head coach of the San Antonio Harlan Hawks, bound for the regional final. Coach Eddie Salas joining us. Coach, how are you?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's practicing in December going?
I'll tell you what, it's fun. It's fun, just the preparation for it, being able to spend one more weekend working towards it, and it's just different and fun.
Well, and you guys are through to the regional final for the first time in program history. This has been a program that you have launched from the ground to now get to this moment to make this kind of history. There's been success here at Harlan, but never this kind of success. For you personally, how gratifying is this experience? How gratifying has this experience been for you?
Oh, it's been great. I think, for my family and I and all the coaches that have come through here, you look at the start and what it took, to get from the ground up, from 6 months prior to the building being even open and trying to establish our norms and everything else to, the dream of where you wanted it to be to what it is now. And it's just amazing to see it come true,
You guys are through after a heart-stopping win over a good New Braunfels Canyon squad, where the key play in this game, the old flea flicker, as Aldrich Trotter gets the ball back from his running back and finds Marquez Perkins for a 68-yard touchdown to give you guys the lead for good. Can you tell us a little bit about the play call there and decide to go in the bag of tricks when it mattered most?
Well, you work on certain things and you tell yourself you're going to leave it all on the field, right? And so when that moment came, we practiced that play over and over and had it in there and took a shot with it. And man, it just worked out fine. I think, Marquez Perkins right there, he just kind of hit in there a little bit and got open. Their linebacker saw him a little late and tried to cover him and, just got a few steps ahead. And that was, we're able to hit him down the middle, and man, that opened up everything for us.
I want to ask you a little bit about your junior quarterback, Aldrich Trotter, who's been so good for you guys. A guy who's already got 35 touchdowns total on the year. What can you tell us about this young man? What is it that makes him special?
I'll tell you, he's a winner. I don't know how to describe him other than that. I think, here's a kid that in middle school didn't play football. Right. He 7th and 8th grade, he was not playing. I went down to the middle school and looked at him as an athlete and, try to get him out. And, I think part of it is folks were a little afraid of him getting hurt. He was a basketball player, a really good one. And so we got him out to come out for freshman football. And he put him at quarterback, did amazing things. And then last year on JV, just unbelievable, And so we knew he had some talent and can run and do those things. And now we're asking him to throw, and he's worked hard through the offseason on that. And, man, it paid off for him. He's just great kid, extremely smart. And, man, I know he's going to be one of those players that everybody talks about, for years to come.
Talking with Eddie Salas, the head coach of the San Antonio Harlan Hawks here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation in hashtag TF Today. Coach, on the other side, your defense has come up with the big plays when it matters most. It seems like, and a big reason why I look up and down your depth chart here, and the guys you've got, whether it's guys like Dwayne Wingfield, guys like Craig Sanders, guys like Brock Potter, you have seniors all over this defense. How important have those guys been, not just to the defense, but to just the development of this program so far?
I'll tell you what the interesting part of it is really we had 3 returners with Craig Sanders, Dwayne Wingfield, and Cody Brown, and actually Ciccarello, who's on the D line. But other than that, there was a lot of new JV guys in there, and it was one of those question marks for us of what we, how they were going to be. They had a great offseason, and then I had to hire a new defensive coordinator late in May. So there's just a lot going on there between switching defenses and switching coaches and having a lot of new players that I thought it was going to take a while for the defense to come along. And, man, they proved us wrong really, really quick. The kids adapted to everything, the changes, and, they come out on fire every week, and every week they're getting better. And every week we get to play one more week, they get even better, and so just excited for all that, that group of kids.
I want to do what all coaches love to do this time of year, and I want to talk about a game you lost. Let's go back to your district opener. You guys played Brennan, obviously an extremely good team, and they kind of hand it to you. 51-14 in that ball game. But since then, you guys have been literally unbeatable at that point. What did you guys take from that game that has you guys now playing in December?
There's always lessons to learn, and I'm gonna say Steele and just the way they played, and then you got Brennan in town, and you got those teams there, and those teams for us in San Antonio have been predominantly the top teams, and so sometimes, especially our neighbor Brennan, when you face them, our kids know each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's more of an emotional tie sometimes to that team, and we get caught up and wrapped up in it. And, we're trying as a coaching staff to go, here's the next team. You know what I'm saying? And so when you look at it, we had a lot of youth playing on there. We had a new quarterback. We had some. It was the first district game. It was the third game, I believe, of the season. And so I think what we learned from there is that, when you win the first two and you feel good about it, you play that third one and you really get hit in the mouth a little bit. You start going, okay, this is what our kids can really do well and what they really need to work on, and we got working and the kids got working and we changed it around, turned it around.
And finally, Coach, last week you guys got a big win at Bobcat Stadium in San Marcos. You're returning to the friendly confines there for the regional final. You guys will take on Vandergrift out of the Austin area. I know you guys have been working on the Vipers. I don't want to ask you to give away all your secrets here, but when you take a look at what you guys are going to be up against on Friday night, what do you see?
Well, you got a very experienced team with a very experienced coaching staff. We played them 2 years ago, and I know Drew Sanders just amazing job. Their defense, their front three just alone, their D line is unbelievable. They come at you hard. They're really physical on defense, and I think that's what we got to match. Our offense got to match their physicality. In order for us to be successful. Their offense, they got a very big running back. Who runs hard. We're not that big up front. We're not that big at the linebacker spot, and so the thing that we are is we're fast and we play hard, and we're going to have to be really physical there. And I think when you get this far in the playoffs, the physicality of the game does matter, and if you start off fast, you start off being really physical with the team, then you can be playing in the fourth quarter,
He's Eddie Salas. He's the winningest coach in San Antonio Harlan history. He's got them into the regional finals for the first time in program history. Coach, we sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on making it this far, and why don't we just plan on seeing you in Arlington at this point?
There you go. Appreciate you, man.
There he goes, Eddie Salas, head coach. The Harlan Hawks join us here for Texas football today. The only coach they've ever known, the only coach they've ever had, the only coach they ever needed. Actually, really interesting, now that I think about it, between him and Drew Sanders, both the only coaches in program history. Mm-hmm. Both obviously doing spectacular work there. And it started, the win over Canyon was obviously really impressive.
Yes.
And that's what got him here. The week before when they knocked off Dripping Springs was when kind of everyone sat up and goes, oh.
Who is this?
Who's going here? Bremen with confidence right now. They got a junior quarterback who's playing big-time football right now, and they have got a defense that is flying around and making big plays and senior leadership there. It's really fun to watch what's going on down there at Harlan. We appreciate Eddie Salas' time. We are Texas Football Today. We're here Mondays and Thursdays on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. So I got to do something real quick, okay?
Okay.
Put the camera on you and talk about something for a second.
Hi, friends. Tepper's over there doing something.
Doing something fun.
Yeah, no. If you're interested, become a Dave Campbell's Texan Live subscriber. You can watch just a ton of games. Not all of the games, but a giant swath of games. This is funny to watch.
Speaking of giant,
you're scaring me.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
I know that y'all can't see what's going on. You will very shortly, but
and you'll see why it was scary.
All right.
Okay, do it.
Bam.
Hi.
There is an aggressively large trophy.
Hello. This is the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year trophy. And you can see up here, these are all the players who have won it, including DJ Lagway, the reigning Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year, listed right there. This is what is awaiting the winner of the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. It is the most prestigious honor in Texas high school football. It's the Heisman Trophy of Texas high school football.
It almost looks like an optical illusion. It's not. It's that big.
It is that big. Here, I'll stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's on a desk, obviously, but you can see.
You're like 6'1".
It's a big boy. Because this is Texas, dang it. We need a big trophy. Dave Campbell's Texas Football is pleased to announce the 10 finalists for the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year award, the most prestigious honor in Texas high school football. We got the staff together, plus some trusted, experts on the outside, and asked them, hey, who is the most outstanding player in Texas high school football in 2024? And we narrowed it down to 10 finalists. It was not fun.
No.
It stunk, actually. I don't like this at all.
I hate narrowing it down.
But we've come up with our 10 finalists for the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. Columbus quarterback Adam Schobel. Alvarado quarterback Cartier Collier. Duncanville quarterback Keelan Russell. Sunray quarterback and defensive back Armando Luan. DeSoto running back DeAndre Tiger Ryden. Houston Strake Jesuit running back John Hebert. Longview running back Kelvin Boosie Washington. Richmond Randall running back Landon Williams Callis. North Crowley wide receiver Quentin Gibson. And Willis wide receiver and defensive back Jermaine Bishop. There they are, the 10 finalists for the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year Award. Voting is now going to be open on TexasFootball.com for who you believe should be the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. We will announce it later this month. The winner of the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year will be one of these 10 outstanding young men. And as we mentioned, it's very difficult to narrow this thing down to 10. There's a lot of really good players who did not make this list. But these were the guys that, on consensus, in talking with our staff and talking with the experts that we trust across the state of Texas, we believe that these are the right guys to be the finalists for the 2024 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year Award. Again, vote on TexasFootball.com for who should get this obnoxiously large trophy.
It's so big.
It's a very large trophy. So there's no good way to segue out of that. TexasFootball.com to vote for Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. There. So, speaking of outstanding players, let's roll out the Dave Campbell's Texan Live Top 10 Plays of the Week. It's still in here.
It's so big you cannot looming. Get it out of the screen.
It's just looming. The regional semifinals have come and gone. There were massive plays all across the state of Texas. And our own Trevor Bullard put together the Dave Campbell's Texan Live Top 10 Plays of the Week presented by Body Armor.
Over. Tide Daves on the right-hand side. Cody flips up towards the top. Caught by Bryson Anderson. First down and more. Past the 40. Midfield 50. Down to the 40. 35, 30. Bryson Anderson's going to take it to the house. House call for the Wimberley Texans.
Safety. And at quarterback with Caleb Williams here on third down. He muffs the snap.
and now has to make something out of nothing, and now he loses the football. Geyer will fall on it in the end zone, and just like that, the Wildcats have taken a 12 to...
Defense up for it though, right? Quick toss. Van Hopping this time headed right. Nice inside cut. Now an outside cut. Van Hopping turns the corner, and Van Hopping in a foot race, and no one's going to catch him. To the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. Van...
Shotgun. They're going to hand the ball off immediately off the left side to Roland. He gets a gap, and he's gone. Off the left side. They ain't going to catch him this time. That's going to be a first play touchdown.
To Hardiman, take your pick. Bailey got it out to Thomas, who's left wide open. He needs a block as he sprints down the sideline. Thomas, touchdown!
And doing the punting is Parker Broach. He gets away a low spinner. It's going to bounce. Picked up on one hop. Really nice move there. Good return. Midfield, look out. He's loose. And he will get the edge. And he's got the ball up in the air, and see you later.
They have every reason to do so, but they're going to run it first. And it's Cornelius Warren who busts through up the middle, still on his feet into the end zone, 40 yards for the touchdown. North Crowley takes their first lead.
First and 10, Dragons at the Hawk 40. Play action fake, wants to take a shot deep down the right side, looking for Boyd, tight coverage, and he hangs on and makes the catch one-handed. Oh my goodness, Brock Boyd with the...
Little play fake, Thomas stops. What a throw! Caught! Touchdown Summer Creek! Holy cow, what a play! Other side, motion from JT Taylor from left to right, back to throw. Gonna go up top. Got a man out there. It's gonna be. Was that caught? It is called a touchdown in the back of the end zone. What?
There it is. The regional semifinals. Dave Campbell's Texan Live top 10 plays of the week. Of course, you can find those on our YouTube page and watch big games this week as well on Dave Campbell's Texan Live at texasfootball.com/subscribe to become a Dave Campbell's Texas football subscriber. One guy who I know is a Dave Campbell's Texas football subscriber because he gets it for free. It's Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at
What's
Dave
up?
Campbell's Texas football. Hi, buddy.
It's hard, man. It's a hard day.
Why is it a hard day?
We're so far away from Thanksgiving.
I know.
Are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
Amazing. Is there a way to have a bad Thanksgiving? I guess there could be a way to have a bad Thanksgiving. I didn't have to live through that.
Don't know. Don't want to know.
My parents got a massive kick out of the Thanksgiving Spectacular. The best line out of the whole thing was Powers going, "I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that you're wrong." And he goes, "In this situation, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you're wrong."
That's fair. You know what? That's a great point.
How was your green bean casserole, by the way, Pickle?
So good. So good. Oh my God, it was so good.
I put this out on Twitter, and it's bearing repeating. Green bean casserole is intended to be made entirely canned, like just dump the stuff in. It's all the preservatives are the best part. And I put this on Twitter, and I believe it. I'll say it out loud. I'll say it with my chest. If somebody brings farm to table green bean casserole to your house, you are legally allowed to fight them.
Yes.
I'd be okay with that. I'm also like a big fan of the it's homemade macaroni and cheese, but it has the processed cheese
correct.
in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your fancy cheeses. Mm-hmm. You can keep them. Mm-hmm. You can put some on top.
You don't want the Gruyere in there.
You can put some of these fancy cheeses on top to form a crust.
But I want Rico's in the
give me the processed cheese in the mac.
He's got a lot to say. We might as well get to it. I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers.
Oh, goodness.
This is This Week
in Cruton.
This Week in Recruiting, with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScout. See his fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And, of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends at Chicken Express. Chicken Express, I bet they had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I hope some of the fans listening to the show made the Chicken Express stuffing.
Did you see that our boss...
We call it dressing.
Our dressing. Well, it depends if it's up in the bird or not. Did you see our boss, Brooke, when she watched the show? She was like, wait a second. The Chicken Express rolls in the stuffing? That money. I think it does feel like you unlocked some sort of thing for people that you're not allowed, it should be confidential. It's like a life hack that only the Illuminati should know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Whenever you get your... All right.
We're back to Thanksgiving. This is the Thanksgiving post-game show, guys. You know this.
Whenever you get your tenders...
Your tendies, yeah.
And your roll. Biscuit, I'm a rolls guy. You have to open the roll, but not open it all the way.
Yeah, make it a taco shell.
Make it a taco shell. You put in 2 tendies. The mashed potatoes scooped on top. And then after you can barely close it, then you dunk it.
No one man should have all this power.
With the serendipity salt shake.
No one man.
With the serendipity salt on top, not stirred in. You want to get a serendipity salt on every dunk.
He makes such good points.
No one man should have all this power. It's This Week in Recruiting, and it's a very special edition of This Week in Recruiting, Greg Powers, because today we get to unveil the cover of the 2024 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising magazine, available exclusively to subscribers, texasfootball.com/subscribe. It's printing right now. It will be heading in the mail here shortly. I believe starting at the end of the week, it's going to start dropping in the mail.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround. We are very excited for you to have it. More profiles of more than 400 of the best prospects across the state of Texas from the class of 2025, class of 2028. Of course, what a lot of people are going to pay attention to is page, I guess, 1.
Yeah.
First one, the cover. Last year, Micah Hudson on the cover. It was a tough conversation this year because there's so many great players, so many
so hard every year, just like your Mr. Texas football selections, your finalists. It's so hard.
It's tough, but I feel good about our choice. I feel good about where we're
I love it.
Do you want to unveil it?
Well, you didn't prep me for this, but I would be happy to. What do I just say? All right, look, I'm happy to go ahead and let y'all know the cover boy of the 2025 DCTF Rising magazine is it's Jonah Williams, the Texas Tornado at Galveston Ball.
A remarkable cover. Jonah Williams from Galveston Ball, the cover boy of the 2024 DCTF Rising edition. The Texas Tornado down there. And an incredible cover there shot there in Galveston. We can take you inside a little bit about what we did here. You were on hand for the cover shoot. I wasn't able to make it, but you went down to Galveston, met with Billy Mazie, our outstanding photographer down there. You and then Mike Craven, who wrote the cover of the remarkable feature inside of there. And you had a great time getting the shots with Jonah.
We're going to hear more from Jonah, but so excited to go down to Galveston Ball. What a great program. A true program on the rise. And you have to read Craven's cover story, especially if you're a Texas Longhorns fan, to get to know Jonah Williams better, where he comes from, what it's like playing, as they like to call on the island, down in Galveston, and what it's like just in general to be a member of the Galveston Ball Tornadoes.
Yeah.
And he's truly the Texas Tornado because he is a Mr. Do-it-all, right? Like, he's a guy on the field that can do a little bit of everything. He's a freakish all-around athlete, and his skills on the field are just kind of like hyped up by his character and, his discipline off the field. He's a leader.
Yeah, he is, and he is a guy who he got injured late in the season, unfortunately, and wasn't able to finish the season for Galveston Ball. But he is so remarkable and freakish and able to make his impact felt in so many different areas of the ball game. Offense, defense, special teams. Like, he is, like, the word, I am usually, and I think you're kind of the same way, I am usually pretty hesitant to put the term athlete on a player. I think because it's like, okay, they're going to land somewhere, and they're probably better. Sometimes it feels like a cop-out.
Right.
That's the only way to describe Jonah Williams. It's the only way is the word athlete.
Yeah, I always have wrestled back and forth with like where to rank him, how to rank him, what position fits him best, because as I think about it, I want to rank the players at the position where they would be rated the highest.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy to be rated the highest, and the colleges that recruit them want them to be rated extremely high, right? But he's a 5-star no matter whether you rank him at linebacker, safety, or athlete. I've been steadfast in leaving him at safety.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could play that or will play that position in college, but he's going to roam around.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been he's selected to the super team in the DCT, the preseason super
Mm-hmm.
team, in the spring edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football as a utility player.
Mm-hmm.
Because he scored in so many different ways and brings so much, like you said, to the table.
He has to. He's a remarkable player down there. Jonah Williams, the cover boy of the 2024 DCTF Rising Edition, available exclusively to Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscribers. Go to texasfootball.com/subscribe to get yours mailed to you. You can get it in your mailbox. But while you were down there in Galveston, you got to catch up with the man himself, correct?
I did. Hear from Jonah, listen to what makes him special, and I think you're going to come away from this interview and kind of know why this was the pick for our cover.
Here's DCTF Rising cover boy Jonah Williams on Texas Football Today.
Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm happy to be joined by Jonah Williams here at Galveston Ball High School, where we just shot the cover shoot for the DCTF Rising magazine, man. Like, this is my second time coming. I went to Micah Hudson's last year. It was a lot of fun. But I like the vibe that we had out here at this one, man, out at the stadium.
Yes, sir.
Y'all's stadium's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I know you took that 100-yard touchdown return in the first game of the year, but that's not the only points that you've scored out there. I believe when I was writing for the magazine in the spring, I saw that you had 6 or 7 different ways you scored last year. So just in general, man, like what's it like being at Galveston Ball, being a Tornadoes, being a member of the Tornadoes team?
It means a lot. Growing up on the island, not too many attractions to the island, but you can always find an open field and get some work or play football with your friends. So that was a pro and living on the island. So it just means a lot coming from Galveston Ball. Not too many people know about it up in the Texas area, but soon y'all will get the memo.
An interesting fact here is this school's produced as many or more NFL players than any other high school in the Lone Star State. I don't want to predict the future or anything like that, but we've got you rated as one of the top 5 players in the state, and that puts you in the 5-star category range, and that projects you as an NFL talent, man. Just like there's a lot of expectations that come with that. How do you deal with it? How do you stay grounded here, not only to be successful, but to be a leader for the other guys that are coming now up behind you, because there's a lot of talent on the rise in here at Galveston Ball.
Yes, sir, definitely. Definitely taking it day by day, soaking it all in. Just trying to keep all my teammates humble after winning games. Just it's always on to the next game no matter what. So just keeping everybody grounded, staying consistent with practice schedule, working out.
So you get to give us a first-hand report, right? Like you just did a cover shoot for a magazine. Just pretty cool in and of itself, but you're going to be on the cover of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising magazine. Drops in December, so you guys are watching this right now. We just revealed the cover. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and get your magazine with Jonah on the front. What was it like? I mean, what was it like going through that? I know you got a lot of this like in your future because NIL, getting paid, when you get to the NFL, there's going to be a lot of media opportunities coming with that, but what was your experience like getting a photo shoot done?
It was a blessing. Y'all could have chosen any player in Texas, and y'all chose me from Galveston Ball. So it was just really a blessing going through the photo shoots. I had a great time. It was fun. It was a great experience. So I just thank y'all for that.
We touched off the top like how many different ways you scored touchdowns, but physical player on the defensive side of the ball is where we project you to play at in college. Kind of break down your strengths. Why should college fans be excited about watching Jonah Williams play the game?
I definitely have a lot of knowledge for the game, so just route concepts, watching film, just doing all the extra stuff, all the little things to just to get 1% better than everybody else. So that's really how I go about it.
As a guy who has to do like recruiting rankings, scouting, evaluations, that kind of stuff, one thing that I found really interesting over the last few cycles of the NFL draft is that a lot of guys who project to the defensive side of the ball in high school, they're great offensive players, right? And they score touchdowns, and that athleticism then translates over to the defensive side. How have you used like your experiences in the return game on the offensive side of the ball to help you become a more mental player on the defensive side?
Just thinking about what an offensive player would do as an offensive player playing both sides of the ball, just thinking about the scenarios that an offensive player will go through, hand-eye coordination from catching the ball, catching picks, jumping up. Really just there's a lot of things that goes into playing both ways and using all abilities to enhance your game.
So could defensive Jonah Williams shut down or lock down offensive Jonah Williams? What would be the keys to success right there if you had to like guard yourself?
Probably. I'm pretty good at locking up tall, lengthy receivers, so that's really not my struggle. But offensive Jonah he's
got some athleticism.
Yeah, he can't be guarded, so it's really it's a hard decision.
You heard it from the man right there, Jonah Williams. Go ahead and pick up your copy of his magazine that's coming out. Thanks for the time, man, and congratulations once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jonah Williams, the cover boy, the 2024 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising, available exclusively to Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscribers, texasfootball.com/subscribe. All sorts of good stuff in there. And I'll just say, it's a kick-ass cover.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a kick-ass cover. And he looks the part. You know what I mean? I think one of the things that when we were putting together, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of the things that we were going for is like, this guy is freaky, and we want this to be like the kind of thing that like when you look at it, you go like, oh, this guy's different. You know what I mean? And that's what it feels like here. This guy's like, oh, this is a guy who is a different ball player.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And he is like, he's so rangy, right? He made me look so small in the video interview because when you think you're interviewing a linebacker safety hybrid, you don't feel like you're going to get dwarfed.
Towered over.
Yeah. All of 6'2", 6'3".
Because that's the thing. Something to tell people if you just watch that interview. Greg Powers, not a small man. You're 6
normal
foot.
size.
Yeah, you're a 6 foot dude. Like he's and Jonah Williams is just like, how you doing down there, squirt?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's unbelievable, and the playmaking ability he has, and the knack for the big play.
Right.
Like the number of times where you would watch that and you'd be like, you know what? You look at your watch, you're like, feels like Jonah Williams o'clock, and he'd just come up with a big play.
Yeah, those special players have that ability to flip that switch, right, whenever the game's on the line or your team's backs are against the wall. I don't want to give away the cover story, so I don't want to say so much or too much about him, but he grew up in a competitive family, right? And that pushed him to be better. He's always been a great athlete, multi-sport athlete. But now he's going to be going to college, and now it's the Texas coach's job to figure out what position fits him best, how they want to groom him for future success, and will that translate into him being an NFL player down the road? All the tools are there. Everything is there. Now it's up to the Texas coaches to develop him, and we'll see how it goes. You know, they want to develop him because they want to see Jonah Williams' names called on the first round of the draft. So
Jonah Williams, the cover boy, the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising edition, available exclusively to subscribers, texasfootball.com/subscribe. More than 400 prospects inside this magazine. Class of 2025, 26, 27, yes, 28. Guys who are just finishing up their freshman year.
Crazy.
You can see in there. Put together by Greg Powers and an expert team of friends.
Yeah, thanks to all the team of friends around here and around the state.
It is, absolutely. It was a big lift to put this together.
You guys all know who you are. Hopefully you're watching.
Absolutely. Let's go over to Ashley Pickle for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts.
Not many questions today, but quite a few comments about the cover of people saying, not going to lie, that's an awesome cover.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's really cool.
I think it's also awesome. I'll just say this. I think it's also awesome that we got a guy from Galveston. You know what I mean? Like a little bit. I think people think of like Houston. If you're not from that part of the world, you think of like Houston and Galveston as being like the same place. And it's like, that is not. Like Galveston is different. It is not just far away, far away, but it's also just a different community and a different
their own lifestyle, their own style of life.
Absolutely. And he's a guy who has grown up there in Galveston, and to spotlight that. And I just love, like, one of the things I loved, when you prep for a cover shoot, you kind of look through all their jerseys, and like we asked him to wear his purple jersey because I thought that was their best one.
Good call. And
I just love, thank you. And I just love that it says Galveston across the front. Like that rocks. Like they're Ball High School, but like to have Galveston across, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Clear Lake's not Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Mm-hmm. And covering the players at Clear Lake and Galveston Ball over the last couple of cycles especially has got me into that area more over the last couple of years, and I've really enjoyed it. And if anything, I think Jonah would be happy to bring exposure to his city.
I think so.
Because he rides for Galveston, which is really cool. And I think it's going to be fun for Texas Longhorns fans, especially from that part of the state, to be excited about this.
And again, not to ruin Mike Craven's outstanding feature, he is not the first from Galveston. They have had some dudes.
By far not the first.
But he is the latest, and he is a superstar, the cover boy here.
I do have one question that just came in, hot off the press. When are we getting Powers and Tepper's holiday gift guide?
Ooh.
You want to know what I'm gonna suggest?
Our people should we need to get our people together and schedule this out.
Yeah, we need to schedule it out, but also I need help. I need help with the gift guide. I need the gift buying guide.
Yeah, I feel like it would be, honestly,
you know what I mean? Like, I need
for the audience of this show, it might be better if I put together a gift guide so I can help everybody get presents for their
That's what I'm saying.
Significant others.
For their significant others.
Who do you think? Okay, don't be coy here. I want you to be honest. Would you consider yourself a good gift giver?
Yes, that is one of my favorite things in life, is finding like cool ways to give gifts. I'm also, not to my own horn, but I'm also crafty. So that helps. But the personalization, I'm a big person of, if someone mentions something in like February that I'm like, oh, I have a running notes app that's
my wife does
gift
too.
For people. Yeah, I would like to claim being very good at gift giving.
I do this notes thing, but gifts for myself.
See, can I tell you something? I hope my mother-in-law is watching. Hi, Lily. I think I drive her nuts. I know I drive her nuts, which is
fair.
Not far, but for a million different reasons. One of them is, and I think you're the same way. If I want something and it's like I need something, I'll just go get it for myself, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna buy it. Do you know what I mean? I'm that way. I don't wait for gifts, and so like by the time like Christmas rolls around, like Lily is like, what can I get you for Christmas? I'm like, I kind of just got it for myself. You know what I mean? I'm bad at that.
Already got what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she always finds a way to find something. She's actually, I will say this, she gets me 2 new ties before state every year, and so like that's new tie season. So there'll be a couple one. Well, the one I wore for Saturday for the game was a Lily tie.
Nice.
It was a very nice tie. It said like champagne. It's nice.
Nice.
You got so excited about that tie.
It's a good tie.
Thanks for Tepper's tie, by the way. Appreciate that, because you did look sharp on the show, and so did you, Ashley. You look very beautiful on the broadcast.
No,
and Tepper,
thanks, Powers.
you look very handsome.
We did a good job.
You guys did a great job. It was fun. It was a fun watch. Did y'all have fun doing it?
It was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
It helps. It helps that there were like big plays, like big exciting splash plays, and big exciting players.
Did it have that big game?
Yes, it felt big game, and it was kind of chippy. You know what I mean? They were chatting with each other a lot in that game. And sometimes at the detriment of the team.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. It was exciting, and the fact that you had superstars who showed out, like Tiger Ryan, we talked about how good he is. I thought Keldon Ryan played one of his best games of the year. He was really good. The corner for DeSoto.
Oh my goodness, number 6.
Number 6.
Holmes.
Unbelievable.
He was insane.
He was basically locked up one-on-one with Jermaine Bishop.
And he was in his head.
And they were going back and forth. And Jermaine Bishop got a couple. And he had some big plays, and you could see why he's electrifying and why he's a Mr. Texas Football finalist. But I thought he was maybe Ryden was obviously great. I thought Holmes might have been the player of the game.
It's really an undervalued secondary at DeSoto for some reason.
They've gotten better.
Maybe because they graduated over the last couple of years. So many really
I
good
think
players.
Mathis being out too was
Mathis.
that was a big part of it.
And the other thing is that look, let's be real. We asked Coach about it on our calls. They got torched by North Crowley, and they got torched by Decorrian Moore. You know what I mean? And so 2 times in big time situations, we saw them get beat. I thought they played overall pretty well in that game. Certainly good enough to win, obviously. And in the middle part of that game, they really took over and they stymied what was a high-powered Willis attack. But it was a fun game. A lot of fun. And
I had fun watching you guys.
And it was, thanks.
Thanks,
we had fun doing it. I think that's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. Of course, see us at texasfootball.com. Thanks again to San Antonio Harlan head coach Eddie Salas for being our guest and for Greg Powers for stopping by. Thanks, bud.
Oh, man, do it again.
Do it again.
Yay.
I can't ever tell what was on our
For
shot.
Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. DJ Lagway, please come get your Player of the Year trophy. And Vince Young, please come get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you Thursday on Texas Football Today.